The PS4 has been absolutely killing it lately in terms of releasing an incredibly diverse and deep game library. From AAA titles all the way down to indie games, the PS4 is loaded to the brim with fun-to-play games, and in 2017, it's not showing any signs of slowing down. I'm your host as always, KMACK time, and today I want to take a look at 10 of the best upcoming games for PS4 in 2017. Now, before I get into this list, I would like to let you guys know this list is in no particular order, that some of these games don't have solid release dates and are subject to delays and possibly pushing them out of 2017. And finally, I will only be including PS4 exclusives, so don't expect to see any Call of Duty, World War II, or Destiny 2 on the list. But with that out of the way, let's kick off this list with our first game, Star Trek Bridge Crew. This is something that every Star Trek fan has dreamed of for years. Being able to take control of a starship and command it during a battle is already pretty cool, but to do it in virtual reality with up to 4 other people at once is downright badass. And what we've been shown so far is mostly from last year's E3, and it looked amazing. I mean, yelling out commands to your friends just seems like so much fun. It's such a unique and interesting game that it's like nothing else like I've ever seen before, and I cannot wait to give it a try. Now, you will need a PSVR headset to play it, and they are kind of pricey, but I think this is something that people will have a reason to finally go out and get one of these headsets, because this is going to be so freaking cool. It makes having one worth it. Next up is Star Wars Battlefront 2, and I can already hear the comments, but KMACK, you said this list was PS4 exclusive only, and Battlefront's coming out on Xbox One. And you're right, but the PS4 version is going to have VR content that is exclusive to the PS4 version. And we saw this last time in the Battlefront with the exclusive X-Wing VR mission, and it was absolutely incredible. I love it. It was my favorite part of the game, was being in an air battle in Star Wars in virtual reality with the helmet. It was so cool. Anyway, the game looks visually stunning, and hopefully EA and DICE learned their lesson and will make this game a much deeper experience and give us a goddamn space battles back already. This game is set to come out in November, so I guess we'll see how good it is, but hopefully the VR is good on the PS4 as well. Detroit Becoming Human is another extremely interesting game coming later this year. It is based around androids that have become sentient life, and you play as Connor, another nod to like maybe the Terminator. Anyway, another android whose job it is to track down deviant androids who stopped obeying humans. The game is insanely deep with a based on choice system where every choice can affect the entire game, and it has multiple outcomes. I'm talking 5, 10 different outcomes, and there's so much level of detail that's gone into the mocap for this and the voicing of hundreds, if not thousands of lines of dialogue for all these alternate paths you can take. You can go left, right, up, down, and just kind of go anywhere in this game and do all this different stuff, and they voice over different options for your choices for all these characters over and over. This is a must play for me this year, and I cannot wait for it to come out. As of now, there isn't a set release date for it, so it's sometime in 2017, but I have a feeling we're going to learn more about this at this year's E3, so we'll have to keep an eye out for more information. The long-awaited third installment of Shenmue is scheduled for a 2017 release on the PS4, and it's been over a decade since the release of the last game in the series, and fans of the games have been dying to finally get their hands on it. And the wait is almost over, as it'll be coming out this December on PS4. The series has a massive following, and they raised over $6 million on Kickstarter to get this game fully funded, which is very impressive, actually. Not many franchises would have a fan base, step up to the plate like that and get this game funded like this one was. Anyway, Shenmue III will for sure be on my Christmas list this year, and I cannot wait to play it. Game you guys should definitely have an eye out for as well. One of my all-time favorite games has to be Ace Combat 5, and even though the last few games in this series have been so-so at best, Ace Combat 7 is coming this year, and it looks like it's fully going to right the ship and blow us out of the water with it. Again, yes, I'm aware they are making an Xbox One version of the game, but for me personally, the true experience of this game is going to be in the PSVR that is surely going to blow my mind. And it's what I've always envisioned while playing flight sim games, is actually being in the cockpit of an F-15, and it's one of the coolest feelings ever. I can feel like it should be so awesome. And I bought my PSVR headset specifically to play this game because I knew it was going to be coming out. I knew it was going to have VR, so I went ahead and bought one and just kind of waiting for it. But what we've seen so far is jaw-droppingly beautiful. So this is easily the game that I'm personally most excited for this year, and I cannot freaking wait to get that headset on and jump in the cockpit. Another sequel fans have been waiting for a long time is No Kuni 2, the follow-up to the smash hit RPG on the PS3, and this game has fans in a frenzy wanting to play it. The first game was incredibly unique and one of the cutest and best written games I've ever played. From both the trailers we've been shown so far of the sequel, it looks like it is going to take it to the next level. The storytelling in these games is top notch, and I just love the world and characters in it. Again, so cute. But there is no solid release date as of yet, just sometime in 2017. But the developers will for sure give us more details at E3 later this summer, and hopefully we can get our hands on it later this fall. Days Gone is another game I'm extremely hyped for. It's an open world action-adventure survival horror game based on zombies, and it looks badass. The demo they showed off at last year's E3 was crazy, and the hordes of zombies that chase you are seemingly endless, and I was truly blown away from what they showed off last year. And if the game actually lives up to what they showed and lives up to the hype, I can see it easily being one of the most popular games of 2017. Again, no release date information as of yet, so just keep an eye out for it at this year's E3. Hopefully we'll get it earlier rather than later. Crash Bandicoot was basically my entire childhood. It's one of my first games I can remember playing, and when I first heard they were remastering the original trilogy for the PS4, I was beyond excited. These are some of the best platforming games ever made, and being able to play them on the PS4 with a full graphical upgrade and other extras is something I've been wanting since I first bought my PS4. We have seen Sony doing this a lot lately with other games like Final Fantasy VII. They've also announced a Jak and Daxter collection coming, which sounds awesome as well. It's nice to get back and play some updated classics, and I cannot wait for the nostalgia trip that I'm going to be having when I buy this. And we don't have long to wait, as it comes out pretty soon in June 30th, and you better believe I will be there for a day one purchase, and I will be playing it all the way through that night, probably early into the next morning, if not longer. Last year, Uncharted 4 launches and it blew gamers away, and I had no idea that Naughty Dog was going to release another Uncharted game so soon, but Uncharted: The Lost Legacy is coming out very soon, August 22nd. Apparently, it's a standalone spin-off game that will feature Chloe Frazier as the main character, and that sounds sick as hell. Naughty Dog has been absolutely killing it lately with their AAA titles, and I have to assume that this will be another gem of the game and a must-play for any fan of the Uncharted franchise. Now, if they could just somehow find a way to get The Last of Us 2 to be released in 2017, then we'd really be cooking, and I would lose my shit for real. But I won't hold my breath on that, but I will take this game as a little nugget of appreciation. And finally, God of War 4, or as it's been known to be called, Dad of War, will be coming out later this year, and man, oh man, does this game look beautiful. From what I've been shown so far, I've been completely blown away by the graphics and how beautiful it looks, and what gameplay we've been shown so far is super cool. Of course, we are going to expect more of these epic scale battles that fans love. I'm sure the combat will be awesome as always. The combat in all these games is top notch. This is what the series is, what the PlayStation 4 is all about, showcasing what the graphical powerhouse of the system, what it can do, and what great storytelling and gameplay can bring to the table and the PlayStation. Everything I love about this series. God of War is easily going to be one of this year's hottest games when it drops, and it'll be another day one purchase for myself. Of course, the rest of the fans of the series are dying to get their hands on this game, which doesn't have a set release date as of yet, but again, I figure sometime in November or December will be released. Or who knows, maybe Sony will drop a bomb on us at this year's E3 and announce it'll be out this summer or this fall. Fingers crossed on that, but I'm probably looking more towards a holiday release for this game. But anyway, guys, that's all I have time for today. I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to hit that like button. Really helps out my channel to aim for 500 likes. Also, feel free to subscribe for more gaming videos in your sub boxes daily. Also, let me know in the comments down below what PS4 games you guys are most excited for coming out this year. Like I said, I'm super excited for obviously Crash Bandicoot and Ace Combat 7. Are games that I'm going to be sinking endless amounts of time into. Love the Ace Combat series, and hopefully it returns to form. But anyway, guys, that's all I have time for. So remember, that's always KMACK time somewhere. Until then, guys, take it easy and peace out.
Ninja.